Now the virus is here, let's get some things clear. We will not help each other by reacting with fear. So let's have a chat, we'll discuss this and that. I'm Paul from those vegan guys, and Isis is our cat. Now to the vlog.
Those vegan guys. Thank you.
Hello beautiful people, I hope you enjoyed my hand washing song there. I wrote that this very morning. Now, I am no authority obviously on Covid-19, coronavirus, and it's very clear to see when you are a regular on social media that there's a lot of scaremongering going on at the moment, but there's also a huge amount of, in my opinion, incredibly stupid complacency. Just all this, oh, carry on as normal, don't be daft, it's just a little virus. No, it's not just a little virus. It is a virus that is sweeping the world, that has now been declared by the World Health Organization as pandemic. And it's a scary time. It's, to be really honest with you, I've been very scared because Jason has of course been working, and he's been to just over the last couple of days reasonably large events with a reasonably large amount of people there, which I don't necessarily think should have gone ahead, and I don't think, personally speaking, that this country is yet taking enough steps to prevent this from, you know, killing a lot of people. If anybody saw Boris Johnson's news conference yesterday, I'm sorry, but I thought it was just ludicrous that this man was saying, okay, so we're not going to shut the schools or the colleges or anything, and we advise against big gatherings, but if you want to go ahead. This was the undertone of what he was saying, and some of you will lose family members. Really reassuring that, Boris. Thank you very much. So what measures can we take ourselves to be safe, to protect ourselves as far as is possible from this virus, and perhaps more importantly, to protect the people we love, the older members of our family? I'm very scared for my mum, who's 80 in June. I already said she was 80, and she was like, "Don't, I'm not 80 till June." All right, Joe, calm down. Children can be little harbingers of viruses and things like this, and not particularly be massively affected by them. So I think that we have to advise our families that contact with very young and very old members of the family should be very limited. So that's one thing that I've had a discussion with my mother about, because, you know, my niece, mum's granddaughter, calls around every day with her 2 kids, one a toddler, one in school, and I'm scared for my mum. I mean, I'm scared for the kids as well, but kids are, by and large, it would seem that from the news reports I have read about this virus, that children are coping with it much better. It's the older generation that seem to be suffering the most with it, and of course people with ongoing life-threatening conditions. So people who are already immunocompromised, meaning that their immune system has been compromised by an existing disease or issue that they have. I worry that people won't self-isolate, which is the advice that's being given at the moment, that if you have a high temperature or a new and constant cough, you should self-isolate for a minimum of 7 days. And that does mean taking time off work, and staying indoors and staying away from other people, because it's not just about, we don't just have to think about how we could catch the virus, we have to think about how we might pass it on to other people by our own complacency. That it's hugely important to think about at a time like this. For the record, by the way, really don't like doing vlogs like this because it's such a serious matter. But I do think it's I think that calm voices of reason in times of intermittent mass hysteria are in fact very important, and that's why I wanted to do this this vlog today. So what steps are we, those vegan guys, taking to make sure that we're safe? Well, as I've said, Jason is still working. He's still in gatherings of people, meetings, events and such, but he is no longer shaking hands. It can feel in business and at business meetings like it's an automatic thing. You put your hand out to shake somebody's hand. Don't do that. Don't shake hands. I would probably even advise against hugging, to be honest, which is, I hate to say that so much. So, you know, like people are saying do fist bumps. I'm a bit like, really? Still, that's hand contact. I would do an elbow bump, if anything, for a greeting. Or if I wanted to hug someone, maybe I would ask them to do the same as me and just say, hi, good to see you. Hug yourself. Hug yourself, Karen. No one will laugh at you. Not at a time like this. It's very serious. We have prepared, but we're kind of always prepared. If any of you have seen our, we did a quite a big, we've done a couple of vlogs at Sainsbury's, but we did one very long one, which was our kind of monthly shop that we do, and we do it monthly, where we buy in all our dried stuff, our pasta, our rice, our tinned foods. Here's a little look at the tinned cupboard at the moment, recently stocked up. It's an easy enough thing to do, to get a lot of tinned foods and dried ingredients in. And maybe if you're being maybe if you're being sensibly cautious and really limiting your visits to supermarkets and things like that, you could, let's not forget that you can buy frozen vegetables and fruits, so that you can buy frozen bags of fruit that you can make good healthy smoothies with. You can buy frozen vegetables, so that you've always got some vegetables in there to eat. And of course you can buy tinned vegetables. And let's not forget, if you are very wary of going to the shops, you could do an online shop. We have a vlog coming up soon for Ocado, but honestly I can't recommend Ocado highly enough for their massive range of vegan foods. And you just have to go on the website and type vegan in the search bar and pretty much everything will come up. Or you could type vegan fridge, vegan freezer, vegan cupboard, you know, and the items that relate to that should probably come up. If anybody is interested in having a look at Ocado, by the way, we're already registered members of Ocado. If you look at Ocado through an email that we could send you, you can get an £80 shop Hi Isis, I'm busy making a vlog and it's very important. So, if you wouldn't mind, let me just let her out. I shall talk to you though. Here, you want to go outside? Go. I guarantee that she will scratch on the door within 3 minutes because she knows I'm doing a vlog. On me, Lucy. Give her all kinds of different names. Yeah, if you do it through an email that we could send you, and you can do that by just putting your email address below, I'll get it then. Or you can message us on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram with your email address. I'll send you an email through Ocado. You can get an £80 shop for £60, but only when you first register. So even if you only do one shop, it's worth it. So right, we've covered washing your hands, singing a fancy song, and washing your hands right. Did anyone see Boris Johnson washing his hands on the news?
For the soap?
Soap.
Come on. And you got to.
If you know the national anthem, please sing it.
You got to do 2 verses.
2 verses.
Yeah,
I think 20 seconds will be sufficient.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mologic.
Thank you very much
Happy
indeed.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. You're going to get a wristy bit. Yeah, birthday, dear Mologic. Happy birthday to you. Right, there we go. Okay.
He washed his hands like a toddler. But the man is an horrific example of how not to be in this what is a crisis when all's said and done. He just didn't do it right. He didn't do his fingers, he didn't do individual fingers, he was just like, and touching the tap with. Boris, you're a muppet, mate. Absolute muppet. Do I think schools, colleges and universities should be closed now? Absolutely. Absolutely. And some system worked out where people can do work from home. I think just the fact that we allowed so many people from heavily infected countries into this country after we knew about that, with no temperature checks, with no checks at all, just welcome in or welcome home, was a huge mistake. And I think we're going to pay for that mistake. And I think that Boris not taking more serious measures at this point and just saying some of you will lose family members before their time is absolutely abhorrent. By the way, I have my list here today. Any relevant links while I'm editing and uploading this video, official links, NHS, so on and so forth, I will put down there in the description so that you can have a look. So, limiting our time in public places and definitely at big gatherings, if not avoiding it completely. Do stock up your cupboards with some tins and some dried ingredients and some frozen stuff, even if it is just with an online shop, because again that's completely limiting your exposure to people. It's been said already that there are probably 10,000 people with coronavirus in this country right now. It's an absolutely terrifying thought. What else did I write in my little list here? Yep. So yeah, well, washing your hands, self-isolation, definitely if you're ill, limit your time around other people, stock up on non-perishables, just in case you do need to, if it gets to the point where this country takes actually the right measures and we all have to end up spending a couple of weeks at home, it would be good to be prepared for that. And as for all the, I saw a little meme on Facebook this morning and struck a real chord with me. It basically said, looking at supermarket shelves, it's clear that people will go to incredible lengths when feeling desperate. Remember that. Before you ever mourn about refugees in boats fleeing war, violence and suppression. So I don't want this all to be just about Covid-19 and the steps that we can take, and, you know, appropriate links down there in the description. There is a possibility we will do a live video this weekend. If any of you are up for that, let me know down there. And if you see this on Friday, which is the day it was recorded, and we will possibly do a live video either Saturday or Sunday evening. Let us know your preference down there, or if you're interested at all. Hope that you're taking care of yourselves, taking the steps necessary to keep yourself safe, you know, washing your hands appropriately, especially if you've been outside anywhere. The only way that we're going to get through this is by being sensible together, isn't it? All of us. It is a very scary time right now. I will admit that I'm scared. I am scared because my husband is still vulnerable because of these things that he's attending through work, and I do think that people need to take more measures to protect themselves, as like I said at the start, especially older people and those who are immunocompromised. I think we should leave it there, my darlings. I don't want to talk about too many other things because I want this vlog to be specifically about what it is about. And this is obviously not meant to be any kind of scaremongering. It's meant to alleviate some of the scaremongering, but don't be complacent. Complacency kills. We do need to be careful. This is a world pandemic. It could affect any of us. It could have devastating impacts on older or immunocompromised people that we know and love, and so maybe we should limit our contact with them as well. But make sure they're okay, make sure that they're stocked up, and that there are emergency procedures in place should they need to be actioned. So yeah, Covid-19, what a bugger, eh? My hands have never been so clean. My cupboards are stocked as they normally would be, as you've seen on the little picture. To see the kind of things that we buy, check out the big supermarket, the big Sainsbury's vlog in the list of supermarket vlogs that we did up there. If you're stuck for healthy, tasty, nutritious vegan meals to eat during this crisis, and you want to know what ingredients you need for them, then of course again I'm going to recommend our own recipes and taste tests playlist, which I will also bung up there. All being well, there will be of course more vlogs coming. There's the Ocado vlog coming. We will do more cooking stuff, but I think we're going to get to the point at some point soon where we take a little break from YouTube. It's meant to do your channel good. Trust me when I say I don't want, you know me guys, I could vlog every day. Took everything I had not to do it yesterday. But apparently it does your channel good, and on April the 1st Jason is losing a day at work for his mental health, and just so he can live a bit more. So he'll be doing a 4-day week. That is of course going to impact us, and we need the channel to grow if it's going to help fill that gap. Because I'm not that positive about looking for drag shows at the moment. I'm a little bit concerned about the upcoming drag brunch and whether it will even go ahead because it's in a couple of weeks' time. We don't know where we're going to be at nationally by then. We're in the delay phase at the moment. The do that the Vegan Queens had booked, the Mayor's Ball in Stockport, has already been cancelled. So we've already lost money there. So yeah. So let us know about the live chat down there in the comments. Thank you so much to all our patrons. You are helping so much with our patron now. It brings in just over £100 per month, which is amazing. That's you guys helping us to continue doing this, and that's utterly amazing. Every time you buy merch, that helps us. Yeah, this sounds like a beggy. It's not a beggy. I'm telling you what's going on with us at the moment, and what's going to be happening in the very near future. I'll stop waffling now. Take care of yourselves in the best way possible. Be sensible. Self-isolate if you need to. Stock up if you feel you should. Wash your hands regularly. Avoid too much contact with people. Know that we love you and we're going to be here. Let us know down there about the live chat. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you very soon, probably over the weekend, for our live chat. Until then, wash your hands, be excellent to yourself and each other. She'll mourn any minute.
Really hope you've enjoyed the video. Please do like and subscribe, it helps us out loads.
It really does. And check down there in the description because you'll find loads of links. The 2 ways that you can best support us to keep this channel going are through becoming a patron on our Patreon down there in the description, or buying our merch, darling. Fabulous link down there. We deal with a fabulous vegan company called Vegan Original. Check it out, guys.